And Slutton and Petty standing at center court, not ready to get going here on this Wednesday evening from Columbus. Petty wins the tip, and away we go here from Value City Arena as the Buckeyes will start with the ball first. Buckeyes 14-0 at home this season, coming off a big win against Purdue. Won by 52 in that one. That was the most in Big Ten play at home in Ohio State history. That was a much-needed big win for the Buckeyes. There's a turnover, backcourt violation as Gray couldn't run that one down.
Let that shot clock tick down, kind of take command of this game early for Ohio State, but a bad pass turnover gives Sparty a chance to get the first points on the board. Inside, Van Slutton was trying to haul in that pass a little too far. Since 2015-16 and 16-17 respectively. So back-to-back 10-win seasons in Big Ten play. First time a couple years before that. There's Petty on the pick and roll with Cambridge. She lays it home, and the Buckeyes will play from in front here tonight. Jaloni Cambridge known for that scoring ability, but flashing that soft touch on the pass there, finding her big in the paint. Simmons will knife inside, was shut up by McMahon. She'll lob it outside. Spartans will go from the out. There's Saren Halleck through some tough defense, is able to float that one home. Flourished in her first year. Here's Gray, straightaway three, off the back iron, off the top of the backboard, and Van Slutton will grab down the board. Julia Arolt now off to Van Slutton on that elbow. Was doubled for a second, tries to go at Petty. Arolt was on the backdoor cut, but Ohio State picked it up really nicely. As Halleck now into the corner, bounces inside. Van Slutton from point blank, can't get it to go. And Matt, she could have probably taken a dribble and nailed that one home. Didn't think she would be that wide open as there's Cambridge kicking into the corner for three. It's Chance Gray. She rattles it in. And that's exactly what Ohio State needed. If Chance Gray can get going early, we know that she can be such a threat from behind the arc, and momentum can really swing for Ohio State. There's Taylor Theory stealing it away. She lays it in. As Taylor Theory showcasing those steal abilities. She's second in the Big Ten in steals per game and total steals. And you see again what Ohio State can do when they make that shot. They can go back, set up their full court press, and really put pressure on you to get it across the timeline. Halleck inside over Cambridge gets the bucket for the Spartans. Just knifed her way down that left side. Cambridge looking to come right back the other way. Almost turned it over. Indeed, she did. Nice hustle that time by Jocelyn Tate, the Pickerington, Ohio native. Now the other way, Simmons over to Halleck. She'll take a step back. Thought about a three. Good closeout by Gray to contest. Now the Spartans will slow things down. Arolt to the hole, getting around Theory, and got the friendly touch off the rim. As Theory inside to Petty, she'll look to back down Van Slutton, getting right to the right block, muscles her way in, and lays it home. Halleck quickly down the other end. She came free on the leak. Couldn't get the layup to go. Van Slutton, Cambridge battling down low. Michigan State's points have come from that area. It's Ohio State's that's shown a physicality down there that's really set the tone early in this one. Here comes Cambridge. Buckeyes are free through their last three here early. As Petty thought about a free throw line jumper, spinning around Van Slutton, splitting a double team as Ajae Petty an early six to start this one. Halleck now knifing right past McMahon, but McMahon got a good contest on it as Halleck couldn't get it to go. This pace has been quick so far. As Gray into the right corner. Here's Petty. Free throw three early. Tries to go 4 for 4, which she does. Some subs on that last whistle for the Spartans. Inez Sotelo and Nyla Hampton into the game for the first time for Michigan State. Jaloni Cambridge just picked up a foul on that last inbound, so she's got one here. Here's a three-pointer for Halleck in the corner. Nyla. A-roll back in. Van Slutton off for Michigan State. As Cambridge looking inside for Petty. That one was knocked away by Halleck. Petty gets it back, kicks in the corner. Chance Gray will try the three. That's good. Chance Gray, 4-3. Chance Gray with her second three so far. Buckeyes will press. There's Emma Shoemate, the former Buckeye, right on cue, and a return knocks down her first three. Emma Shoemate, 4-3. Cambridge quickly breaking the press. Will go right down Broadway. High layup. That's true. As Halleck just licked free. Petty trying to chase her down. This thing has turned into an absolute track meet. Madison Green into the game for the first time for Ohio State. She gets it off to Cambridge. There's also Lemila on the pick and roll, going through some tough defense by Sotelo. Now she missing a guard off the bench and well, and freshman Ava Watson, she's missed the last three. Here's a baseline jumper for Arolt. She rattles it in.
was partially deflected as Gray now kicking into the corner for Cambridge. She'll look to go right down the baseline through some tough contact. Count it plus the foul.
We'll always have a nose for the rim, know exactly when to cut, when to fall back. She just has that killer instinct you need to be that elite 3-level scorer.
They trail by 7 here early on. As Simmons gets a screen from Arrow. Will bounce it right in on her. She's going right back at Lemula. Lemula won the last battle. That time a spin move by Arrow. Left it short off the front rim. Here comes Cambridge pushing it down. One of the fastest players in the country. And she'll draw another foul and get her way back to the line. But Ohio State has slightly outshot the Spartans here. Have made 3 more shots. Buckeyes 10 for 13. Coming into this game, 74.2%. There's one thing the Buckeyes want to improve on their season so far. It's their free throw percentage, 69%. And so far, hasn't been too bad today. Cambridge is 3 for 3. Here's Simmons, the Arizona State transfer, off to Aralt. She thought about a 3. Now kicking it into the corner. Tate will drive on. Puts a floater up. That one is true.
And that's a great bucket.
Green getting the screen. Over to Cambridge. She'll load into a straightaway 3. That's good. That's an early 10 so far for Cambridge. She leads both teams. As here's Shoemate. Got Kennedy Cambridge to jump and finishes right over Lemula. Jaloni will come right down the other end. That's a tough finish. Almost got it in. Buckeyes wanted a foul. Now here come the Spartans down the other end. As Simmons hands off to the trailer and Shoemate. Now Arrow here on the right wing. Inside Van Sluten over the smaller Green.
They're finding the open looks over these past few possessions, and it's letting them get back in this game a little bit near the end of the first quarter.
Kennedy Cambridge should kick inside. Now one more out to Green. McMahon will try a 3. Good! Buckeyes up to a 9-point lead now. That's their biggest so far. Just over 30 seconds left in this first quarter. As Van Sluten working on Lemula. She'll drive right on her. Got past. And just that quick first step. Cambridge guarding by Simmons. She'll now go with 5 seconds. As McMahon, a deep 3. Off the back heel, kicks out to Green. She'll launch one. Good if it goes. Off the back iron and no good.
Michigan State did a great job of weathering that storm, finding the open looks when they needed it to, and consistently scoring throughout the quarter to keep themselves in a very manageable position going into the second.
There's Theron Halleck off inside to Tate. Tate looking to work on Taylor Theory, high off the glass and couldn't get it to go. Petty pulling down the big board. And it's pestered, almost turned it over. Kennedy Cambridge there on backup. Bounces it off to Madison Green. Green, the Pickerington, Ohio native. And her last season with the Buckeyes goes through right over Halleck in the second quarter. As Simmons looking to work right on Cambridge. Got the contact, 78.9% from the stripe, as that first one is good. Been a big defensive player in her career. 2-time Pac-12 honorable mention all defensive team with the Sun Devils of ASU. She's guarded by Halleck from the top of the key. Now Theory inside over Arrow and got the foul.
Yeah, and what we've seen in the start of the second quarter, you notice, hey, maybe they're not scoring at this blistering pace that they were in the first quarter. If these teams start to hit a couple more shots, you could see them go right back to that fast-paced style. Don't expect that to go anywhere in this game.
There's Theory with a couple of free throws made. Gets that Buckeye lead right back up to 9. That's been their biggest so far. Halleck will try to cut it down. She'll try a 3. You bet. Now Cambridge off to Petty. She had a hot first couple of minutes as Gray, deep 3. Couldn't get the bounce. Offensive board for Petty, right back up and in. She got 10 on the shot clock. Spartans will now go into the set. As Halleck, little stutter step inside over Theory. No good. Petty with another board. Here comes Cambridge down the other way. Rises into a mid-range jumper off the back iron, maybe off the backboard. Either way, it's a made basket there for Cambridge. So Buckeyes now up to double figures in terms of the lead. Simmons finds a cutting Halleck. She'll work her way into a three-pointer. She's got the hot hand. 15 points. as inside Theory was rejected.
Home cooking calls maybe in the Schottenstein Center. Not that time.
That's some big shots for the Buckeyes over the past couple years, having a career year so far for Michigan State, averaging just shy of 5 points. Petty inside, and one.
20 points in the paint already today from an Ohio State team that is really putting the pressure on.
So here's Hampton, former MAC Defensive Player of the Year. She may try to lob it inside. Petty took it away as Van Sluten was looking for the foul. As Green going back and forth, zigzagging up the court and crosses the timeline here with just over 5.5 minutes left to play. Here in this first half, McMahon wide open for three. Bingo! Guy's got a 6-0 run here coming off the timeout. As it's Hampton on the give and go. She'll drive inside, almost got the N1 to go. Hampton is yet to take a shot here in this one. This will be her first shot either from the field or from the charity stripe. Shoots free throws at a 72% clip coming into this one. She's able to get that one to go. Green to trigger on the baseline. Has to just fling it out to Gray as Spartans played some pretty good baseline defense there. Inside to Petty. She's yet to miss here in this one. Spins around Arrow. Gets a double team. You gotta be kidding me.
You can bring 2-3 help defenders onto Ajae Petty, and she's still gonna get that clean look in the paint. What a finish.
Abort midair. As Hampton to drive in, almost had her pocket picked by Theory. Back out, Arrow. She's wide open. Not even close, and the ball will go out of bounds. Will direct some traffic. Michigan State looks to be in a little bit of a 3-2 zone look. As Theory inside, trying to go right over Van Sluten. And she played some great defense, forced Theory to kick it away, and she turns it over. Now the Spartans come running the other way. Van Sluten on the block, going right over Petty. Tough layup. Got it to go. Under 4 to play here in this first half. Gray will try a three. No good. Petty another board. She'll spin through a double and just puts it back up and in. The footwork. Tate off the Hampton. We'll now look it inside for the former Oregon Duck and Van Sluten. Off the back heel, Petty with another board. Here comes another former Oregon Duck in Gray. Here's Cambridge of three. Good! With just under 3 minutes to play as Cambridge with another three. She's got 15. Here's Hampton inside, high off the glass, no good. Gray on the break, gets around one defender, and Tate will pick up the foul.
So much pressure at all times right now. It's such a fast-paced style that not many teams are going to be able to keep up with.
Gray misses the first free throw. But she'll stay true to form on the second. As Simmons takes it away. A-Route quickly down the other end. Flings it in the corner. Halleck will try a three. That's good.
Putting some pressure on that mark early in this first half. 18 already and perfect from beyond the arc. With opportunities at points 54 and 55 in this first half now for Cotie McMahon. Connor, you mentioned it. Maybe means just a little bit more going up against one of the top defenses in all of the Big Ten, and also stifling their offense at the same time.
Ohio State has extended their lead up to 15. Great cut by Van Sluten. She lays it in. And an even better pass as well. Cambridge will go to work with 10 on the clock. Give and go from Lemina. Now Theory shovels it back off to Cambridge. She's going to have to hoist one up. Step back three. Off the front iron. And the Buckeyes put 54 on the board.
143 and 16 all time. If Ohio State can keep up rebounding and playing physical like they have, they'll be in a very good spot.
Ohio State will start with the ball here to start this third quarter. They go right back inside to Petty. Almost threw it away as Cambridge is able to keep it in. Gray will try a three off the back heel and ends up in the hand of Tate. Now Halleck the other way. Petty shadowing her, and he has to loop it back out. Here's A-Rope for three. That's nothing but nylon. It's that Ohio State lead down to 10. It's the first three of the game for A-Roll. Now McMahon in response. Michigan State's been kind of shadowing in this zone here. As McMahon curls it back out, Cambridge now loops it back inside Petty. Goes over, flips it in.
Gray giving up a little bit of size in that matchup, but maybe some familiarity. Maybe used to going back to that battle in practice back in Eugene.
This time Petty's on Van Sluten. She'll fade away over her.
Presence been around the block in the women's college game and brings a wealth of experience to this Michigan State roster, something that they lean on game after game.
There's McMahon. She'll work her way into a mid-range jumper. That one will be good. Both these teams trading baskets here earlier to start this third quarter. Just over 2 minutes in as Simmons takes a bump, flips it up, and we'll get to the line. Buckeyes, they started out 6 for 6. They're 8 of 11 here in this one.
For both of these squads, especially from beyond the arc.
Simmons will go 2 for 2. As Cambridge to slow things down here for Ohio State. Cambridge in that first half had 15 points. Second leading scorer for the Buckeyes, right behind Cotie McMahon. There is McMahon. She'll try a straightaway three. Off the back iron and in. Ajae working with Van Sluten on the pick and roll. 14 fouls here. We're not even 3 minutes into the third quarter.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. You never want to give up too many free trips to the line. Grace Van Sluten, a lot in this start to the second half. We talked about how she's a veteran presence. She was two-time Pac-12 honorable mention. She was an all-freshman team with Oregon in 2023. And it just seems like when things are going wrong or things are a little off for Michigan State.
It's Petty on the top of the free-throw line. Looking for some help, gets it from Cambridge. A little pick and roll. Cambridge rises into a mid-range jumper. That's true. Cambridge now up to 17. He's shooting 60% from the field here in the second half. Nice find inside of Van Sluten. Got it to go, plus the foul. And Elsa Lemula will check back into the game for Ohio State. As Van Sluten misfires on the free throw. Big offensive board that time for Hampton. She'll get it back to her, tries a three. No good, too strong as Lemula.
And she's definitely been a solid defensive presence for the Buckeyes.
Lemula off to Cambridge, straightaway three, bingo!
A lot of matchup problems between other teams, but going up against each other, they actually match up really well to each other.
And I actually underestimated Lemula a little bit here in this one. She's got 4 blocks. Just over 5 minutes left to go in this quarter. 2 for 2 in this third quarter. You see the 2-guard look for Ohio State. 2 ball handlers in green and Cambridge. Lemula high post, and Ajae as Jocelyn Tate will check in. She's also got 3. They're now with 3 fouls. Going to have to try to tighten up the defense a little bit in the fourth quarter and down the stretch of this third.
Yeah, we talked about how open this game was to start, and in that fast-paced style, a lot of loose ball fouls and people having to come back and make up for being out of position, and it's led to some foul trouble early on in this third.
Well, there's a foul on Ohio State.
Yeah, pretty clear foul there. Nothing to argue there from Madison Green.
And Sluten here tonight. She's 2 for 4 from the stripe. They get 3 for 5. As Green cutting inside. Wide open Theory on the other end. She'll try a 3. In and out. Now Hampton will cross her way into the forecourt. Working on Green. Now over to Simmons. Coming off an 11-point game last game against Indiana. She's got 4 today. As Shoemate working on Cotie McMahon. That battle between former teammates. Van Sluten working over Lemula. That might have been partially deflected. Either way, the shot was altered. Shot clock doesn't reset. And then Ohio State will bail out Michigan State as Simmons draws the foul. That's the first one by Simmons made. That career high set back on the 20th of November. Simmons goes 2 for 2.
Smaller out there with 3 guards. Sands, Taylor Theory now on the court for a bit.
There's Cambridge. Wild shot, no good. Got her on board. McMahon a 3. Good. Really improved that 3-point shot this year. There's a cut inside by Tate. Lost the handle. They're going to say it went off her knee.
You see now sometimes that she doesn't have to be that first option on the offensive end of things when players like Ajae Petty, Jaloni Cambridge are stepping up. She can quietly get some open looks from 3 like she has today and put up 15.
How about and one? You saw maybe a little bit of a stare down there at the end by Cambridge, which might have sparked that hole, as is Ajae Petty. As Hampton driving inside, Petty there to defend, and then turned it over for the second. It's picked up by Halleck, as she'll knife her way inside over Green, who Michigan State's been exclusively getting to the line here and getting their points from there, but they're 1 for their last 8 and haven't had a field goal in over 5 minutes.
And Connor, Michigan State today 6 for 9 from beyond the arc. They're shooting it 2/3 from 3. That's ridiculous. You wonder if Ohio State's constant pressure is just not giving them a lot of opportunities to shoot that 3 ball, because they're shooting it at a very high clip right now if they want it.
Cambridge tries a 3. Bullseye!
No reason to think she's going to stop scoring like this anytime soon.
As Van Sluten looking to back down Petty, under 30 seconds to play. Spins, fires, no good. And now the Buckeyes, for the 3rd time here in this game, can hold for the last shot.
And between Petty walling off that paint right now and Cambridge's elite shot creation ability, Ohio State's really pouring it on now.
Under 10 to play. Cambridge sidesteps, 3-pointer. Oh my! Just feeling herself here as she beats the buzzer. You take a look at Jaloni Cambridge right there. She's approaching a career high. She set back in her first ever game played at the collegiate level against Cleveland State. Had 31 on that one. She's up to 29 here in this one after that 3.
As she reached that 29-point mark against Michigan as well earlier on in the season, and she's just been a prolific scorer. Right at the end of that 3rd quarter, when Ohio State was really starting to catch a run, she didn't get a chance.
Buries that 3 throw. Goes 2 for 2. Now it's to the point, Matt, where Spartans could desperately need a run as time starts to become your enemy as we get down into the teeth of this 4th quarter. Here's Petty, hook shot inside. She's still yet to miss. She's 10 for 10.
And rebounding abilities that she's really been the full package.
Halleck thought about a 3, stepped back out, and now gets it off to Van Sluten. She'll look to knife her way inside. Kicking into the corner. Halleck sidestep 3 with 5 on the timer. You bet. As Walker with 3 on the shot clock has to hurry, stepping out, taking a jump shot off the side of the backboard. And her shot clock violation.
In Indianapolis, Michigan State fighting to be in that top 4. Ohio State all but guaranteeing that top 4 double bye if they're able to pull this one out today.
Actually get their points from the free throw line. Just had an over 5-minute drought in terms of field goals. As McMahon and Cambridge Sherrick almost collided with each other that time. Buckeyes will get a fresh 20. Little hesitation move inside. That one might have been partially deflected by Van Sluten. Either way, it's a miss. Here comes the Spartans out the other way. They've cut it to 15 here, outscoring the Buckeyes by 5 in this quarter. As Hampton looking for some help, back out to Halleck. She'll go inside, wide open, right down Broadway. As Cambridge here, she's got the game-high 29. Halleck's creeped up to 27. Could have tied that Cambridge lead right there, but got the offensive foul called. There's Cambridge, misfires on the elbow jumper. Rebound comes down to Tate. And she'll get it across the timeline. And Halleck now will slow things down with 6 minutes to play. Buckeyes haven't scored in the last 3.5 minutes. It's been the Spartans on the run. Nice move. Got inside and just missed the layup was Halleck. Cambridge fighting for the board, and a trowel we called as she went tumbling. Here's Van Sluten looking to back down Lemila inside. Nice little half spin move, got the space free. Crowd starting to get a little restless in here in Value City Arena. As there's Cotie McMahon. Through some tough defense, no good. As Ajae posts on the board, Spartans can do no wrong right now. As Halleck working off a screen. A little pick and roll of Van Sluten. Back out to Ajae, trying to go inside. Now she'll drive it herself. Tough layup, no good. Rebound.
And you can just feel it in the arena right now on the floor. Michigan State just slowly pulling that momentum closer and closer to their sideline.
5 on the shot clock. Halleck inside of Van Sluten. She's going to have to hoist one up. She does. Got it off the glass. Petty will come back to the table. McMahon will try a 3. In and out. That one was halfway down and popped back up as Halleck on the fast break. Going to her left hand, gets to the line for two.
These past couple of games for him have been very tense, minus that Purdue game for those first 3 quarters. But Sparty has come roaring back, and with 4 minutes left,
10-point lead late against Iowa. And Michigan State has cut it down to 7 here with that 13-0 run. Buckeyes trying to avoid the demons of their past, but it's the Spartans looking for the big win. McMahon looking to stop the drought, pirouetting and scoring. That's much needed for Ohio State.
And there's that veteran presence, the leader of this squad, Cotie McMahon, coming up with a huge bucket.
Oh, great pump fake that time by Tate, but just blew the bunny. Now you can start to feel the crowd start to get a little back into it, seeing the basket go down and then the stop. Basketball by McMahon stopped an 0 for 8 drought. As Cambridge looking to drive down the middle. Tough layup and a tough finish. She's contested by Cambridge. There's Theory getting in the passing lane, and then Cambridge gets hit with the foul on the loose ball.
Michigan State with a chance to cut this lead down to 9. Free basketball from here on out. Michigan State, the desperation will start to creep in a little bit here, and
Ohio State is starting to take some time off the clock. Cambridge, big three, no good. Could have been a potential dagger. But Petty pulls down the loose board, and Ohio State, they can bleed off 20 more seconds now. Shot clock resets back to that mark. Cambridge will go inside that time. Got the layup. Do they give her continuation? And they call it good. So it's an and one for Cambridge and make it a new career high. She's got 33.
One shot.
Just as good as a made basket with the time coming off the clock.
Petty was bidding for another one that time. Van Sluten tracks it down. 2 minutes to play. Long outlet pass for Halleck. And try to find one more into the corner for Tate. And the Spartans are able to save the possession. Here's a three-pointer. Too strong. Weak side board. As Cambridge will trigger the inbounds. Inside for Petty. Looking to back down the smaller Simmons. Getting right to the middle. Hook shot with the left. Nice little baby hook. As Aaralt misses the layup. Grabbed down by Petty. And that's going to be her 5th foul as she knocks over Simmons.
Yeah, perfect from the field. You could call it perfect from Ajae Petty. And in the manner that they did was a huge reason and a critical point of Ohio State's success today.
Chance to go 10 of 10 from the stripe for her today. It's not every day you get 10 points just from the free throw line. And she does that indeed. Cuts the Spartan lead down to 11. And the shot clock is turned off here in Columbus. And the Buckeyes can dribble this one out as they give the big ovation from the crowd. It wasn't pretty for the Buckeyes at times. The Spartans roared back late, but they're able to stave off the comeback. And they're going to pick up their 24th win this season. And it doesn't get any easier here as they've got a date with number 19 Maryland on the road on Sunday.
Two very tough opponents in a very unforgiving Women's Big Ten Conference.